faster. I need the wheel before Christmas, preferably.
Now there was speed. Thump, thump, it sounded, when the wheel rolled forward across the floor. But they had forgotten to think about the direction. The floor tilted slightly and the giant wheel rolled straight into the waiting room. And there, it increased the speed even more.
Stop it.
Sonny shouted and let go of everything he had in his hands. The big hammer fell straight down on his middle toe. It didn't make his mood better. What Sonny hated most in the world was to get a heavy hammer on the middle toe. Samuel and Susanna ran after the wheel. But it is difficult to get a hold on a wheel that rolls fast. You are afraid to roll with it. So they let it roll and just ran after.
Stop it.
Sonny shouted again. He jumped on one leg and had no chance to participate in the hunt. But the wheel was now right at the door onto the platform. Susanna, who was a practical woman, understood that if she didn't quickly open for the wheel, they would soon be without a door. So she slammed the door open, the second before the wheel would do it itself. Now the wheel was out on his own backyard. It jumped down on the rails and started rolling on the right rail in the direction of South Bell.
We don't have the stamina to catch up. There's a trolley by the goods magazine. We'll take that.
It was an old nice trolley of the type that you propel with a lever. You pump the trolley and if you are two and can stand one by each handle, you can get a pretty good speed. The cold night wind tore at the nightshirts. But the job at the lever kept them warm. Except their feet, because they had forgotten to put on slippers.
If we only can catch the wheel before South Bell. It doesn't suit us well to come in nightgown to a big city.
Several times they were very close to catching up the wheel. But then there was a new downhill and at those times, the wheel rolled faster than the trolley.
Steam boiler,
Samuel said every time he missed. And it happened quite a few times. But in a way he liked it, because he became warm of his feet when he said that word. It is a warm word. South Bell was written on the sign. And right there they picked up the wheel. It thundered against a stop boom and overturned. And it was in the last second they had time enough to stop the trolley. Otherwise they also had rolled over. The morning had just begun to brighten. There was a lot of people on the platform waiting for the morning train. They made big eyes when they saw two figures in nightgowns, pulling on a trolley, on which a large wheel lay on.
Yes, we got it in the end. If we hurry, we might make it home before the morning train.
Samuel dear, don't be angry with me, but what if we try to get a hike with the train? I'm freezing awfully, especially my feet.
A quarter of an hour later, they were sitting in a warm compartment on the way towards Centerville. They had the trolley with the wheel bound after the train. It was full in the cabin and all the passengers just gaped as they looked at the nightgowns and Samuel's nightcap. Susanna was a little embarrassed, but Samuel was completely unmoved. When people stared too much, he just stared back and said,
We didn't get a sleeping car. But it's going well anyway.
And then he fell asleep. The nightcap went further down over his nose. He snored so homely as station masters usually do. Much like when you saw with a very small saw. When the train started to slow down just before Centerville, Susanna woke him up.
Wake up. It's time to jump off and stop the train.
Samuel woke up with a jerk. When he heard the words "stop the train," he suddenly was very awake. About 200 yards before the station building, he jumped off. And then he ran so that his feet scurried like mosquito wings. He got in, fetched the flag, unfolded it and stopped the train exactly on time. The same train that he himself had ridden. Not many station masters can do that. Of course, Sonny was happy to get his wheel back. But he wasn't that impressed by their long wheel ride. He listened most dutifully to their story and then said, as in passing, while hammering on a plate,
"It was good fun for you. You got to get out and move about some. You stay far too much back home here in old Santa Will."
We probably do,
Susanna replied quietly, but deep down she would have preferred to turn Sonny's nose.